Do you ever just stare off into space and go, damn, that's a lot of stars? Then you jump in behind a telescope and you go, damn, that's even more stars. Then you like hack into some satellite and you go, wow, there's stars behind the stars behind the stars. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, look, behind all of that in the back left-hand corner, you're gonna find an empty spot. And your job is to craft your very own galaxy in that spot, a la crafting the cosmos. Now what we're doing is we're going to be putting out nebula out into this galaxy of ours. We're going to get stars with gravitational pull going around that nebula. We're going to have proto-life going in and building up life upon these planets. It's space and it's sciencey. Yeah. Welcome to Crafting the Cosmos, where we're going to be moving energy around to collect different resources to be able to craft our galaxies here. Main ones being we want to score different stars, helium, hydrogen, carbon and oxygen to score different nebula for points. On your turn you can move 3 energy clockwise around, with one of them having to be your main play color. So I'm cyan, so I move that one. Let's move this black one, and sure, let's move it one more. That's my 3 moves done. From here, it's time to collect some resources. You'll get the left side resources for where your player color is. So in this instance, I'm going to get 2 helium stars and 1 supernova action. So let's do that, and I'll move my supernova up there. Next up, we're going to score resources for every marble that's in play. So let's start off here. We'd actually have 1, 2 graviton, plus also an extra 1 here, and you get these bonuses when you put out your power cards. So in this instance, I'm going to get 3 graviton there, put that up there. Next up, 1 proto-life, just chuck that on the board. Next up, 1 energy card, and these should have been refreshed here. Oh, let's put them out. Let's go, sure, let's go a purple there. Next up, we would get 1, 2, 3 time, plus also a 4th time there. So that's going to be 4 times. So that's all of my resources collected for that round. Now it's time to craft. Now my primary focus is to score this nebula. It's worth 10 points. So let's try and focus on completing that. Now let's put out the helium stars. I can put them out anywhere. I'll put 1 there. And sure, let's put out another helium star here. And the way it's going to score is we need those stars surrounding our nebula. So right now I have a hydrogen, 2 helium and an oxygen, obviously not enough. But this is where the famous power cards are going to come into play. This power card, Event Horizon, lets me spend an energy card plus a supernova to get 2 times. So let's do that. Let's get rid of one of these cards here. And we're going to get rid of the supernova and we get 2 times. So 5, 6. And whenever I get up to 6 there, I get to score that time. So we're going to shove it across here. I'm going to get 6 points, which is great. Go up to 24 there, plus also I get any star I want. So let's go with, what do I need there? What about I go with another hydrogen? So let's chuck that on there. But again, I'm still short. But lucky for me, I have some graviton, which allows me to move stars. So let me move that carbon star all the way down here. And all of a sudden now, I have completed that nebula. There we go. Flip that over. And I've got 10 points, so down to 34 now. Whenever you complete a nebula, you've got to get rid of a star, and let's go with, I'll get rid of that one, that will do. Done. Now the last thing we're trying to do here is we have different proto-life, different life around there. The purple is proto-life and the green is stabilized. The main difference is the green stabilized life will always stay on the board, whereas the purple proto-life will be it's temporary. Now remember, I got 1 proto-life from one of the resources, so let's complete that now. And all of a sudden now, I've covered that with all of the life. So let's get an advanced life. You grab the top token, flip it over, have a look at the points there. That one's worth 6 points, and you put it down there, and that's going to be secret there. And they're the main ways you're going to score points throughout the game. And because we know these power card slots are so powerful, why not let's get an extra one of those as well. This one here, I only need 2 cards of the matching color, and let's go get rid of a couple of purples here. That then lets me go put this on a purple slot there, which then lets me have a look at 2 chemistry cards here. And let's pick one of them, and then I'll put that in my slot, and that's power cards. The final way you're going to score points is through the main goals here. And the way that works is after every round, these are going to shift down. Once the goal gets down to the final one there, we're going to score that one for that round. So that's going to be most carbon stars. I've only got one, probably didn't win that round. You're going to get 6 points for winning it, 3 points for coming second. Now, the perfect player for crafting the cosmos is someone who loves light to medium weight games. You love resource management games. That's your jam. That's your sweet spot. You're a part of either an experienced games group or you're an experienced player playing with other experienced players. And the reason for that is because truly to get the maximum out of this game, you want to play it quick. And to play it quick, you're going to need to be playing semi-simultaneously. That means I'm going to be crafting my galaxy, my cosmos, same time that other players will be also crafting theirs. And you have to have faith. You have to have trust in old mate around the table there that they're not going to make mistakes and that they're all 100% legit. So that's perfect person for this sort of game. The other one I would recommend is if you're into child labour. Now, I want to put it out there, Bangers Project, not normally known for supporting child labour, but in this instance, if you have little children running around the house, just sucking you dry, just both financially and emotionally, how about getting them to work? Look, you've got fat fingers, and those proto-life, trying to flip them over to stabilised life, it just doesn't work. So get their little nimble fingers and let's get them to work. So that's the only time I'll support child labour. I just want that to put it out there. But that's a pretty good time to actually utilise kids for good, not evil. So what things are going to get you excited for this game? Well, let's start off with this Mancala rondel style mechanism. I don't even know what it's called, but I love it. You're going to be moving your marbles around, and where you end up your primary one, you're going to get the action on the left, and everything else, you're going to get the action on the right. You're always getting great stuff, and I really enjoyed that. Maybe I wish it was a tiny little bit tighter, a little bit more competitive for it, but overall, really enjoyed that. Next thing, science nerds. Get excited. How many games are out there with like HE and H and C and O? You science nerds, you already know what that is. I had to look it up because I felt dumb. It's been like an eternity since I was at school. I'm like, I don't remember any of that. I'm pretty much said to the science teacher at that time, I will never use this again in my life. Well, I was wrong because I needed it for now. But look, science nerds will really appreciate that nice touch. But let's forget about everything else. This is retail. Stuff Game Found, Stuff Kickstarter. This is retail. This is incredible. Have a look at this game tray that holds all your components, and you have your main mechanism in the middle there. You even have little step up, little cardboard boxes for your cards there. But then your player board, dual layer player board with amazing stars. Like this is dual sided, this star here, like all of them, incredible. Like if this is the standard of retail going forward, sign me up. I mean, Office Dog is kicking this out of the park. And talking about Office Dog quickly, there's a new game coming out, a Hobbit roll and write game that is really, really good. But I shouldn't even be talking about that. Let's get back to this retail edition. Unfreaking believable. Crafting the Cosmos. That's your pro right there. Look at all this pro. Now, sadly, this game doesn't resonate with everyone. It's a 6.8 currently on BGG, and for me, that's a bit of a travesty because I think it's a lot better than that. But let's talk about the faults that people have talked about on BGG and also the things that I've identified as well. And first thing I'm just going to talk about is if you give me a nice big game tray with this, with all lovely components in there, just give me a lid for it. I don't want to have the fear of my components going everywhere, especially these little suckers going everywhere. That would be awful. Just give me a lid. Same complaint I had with Pergola as well. Next up, the space theme. It is so generic. It is so boring. Instead of crafting the cosmos, I would rather arts and crafting. Like, I don't know, but I'd rather almost anything than space. Space does not work for me. I won't say I don't like any space game, but a lot of space games, the theme just puts me off. It just feels so generic all the time. And me building my nebula and putting stars around there, look, that could be anything. Give me something else. Then I'm getting pumped because theme to me matters a lot. And the theme in this is just blasé, just space. But for a lot of people, look, they love space. So that's a me problem there. Next up, I'm going to talk about player interaction and also downtime between turns. Now, the one thing I really wish this game had, if I could design anything, tweak anything a little bit differently, is I love this Mancala mechanic, but I wish maybe just even take one marble out, maybe make it just a little bit tighter. I want, someone's turn before me to affect me and me go, you know that feeling? I love that. Just a little bit more player interaction would have been spot on. But the biggest one, and read this everywhere, is the downtime. And yeah, that's why if you're playing at 4 players, do not do anything else but playing it semi-simultaneously, because that downtime is massive. If you're playing at 2 players, sure, go at it, take your time, let the other person craft and watch them and, gear them on and all that sort of stuff. But as soon as you get to 3 and definitely 4, just trust other people around the table be crafting their thing. Otherwise, it's going to be a very long night. But that's it. This is a great presentation. So much for me to love, and I really enjoyed that first experience. So I'm with my games group and I bring this out, and I don't know how I'm going to feel, because some of the reviews were absolutely glowing. Some were reading all the BGG stuff. I didn't know what to think. I bring this out on the table and everyone straight away is just blown away visually by what we're seeing. And it took me a while to try and actually explain how this sort of Mancala Rondell-esque mechanism worked. Once people wrapped their head around that, we were straight into it. And from start to finish, we all actually really enjoyed it. But I think as the game ramps up, the game gets better. As you have, at the start of the game, you think this gravitron's kind of useless. You don't really want to move stuff around. Towards the end of the game, that is so important. Be able to move stars around to be able to complete more nebula. Then you got combos. You're going to get more of these energy cards, and these energy cards are then going to trigger your power cards. And your power cards are going to give you more things ongoing. Then you're going to get some more time, and all of a sudden time's going to trigger. Then time's going to trigger an extra star, and you put a star around and you fill another nebula, and all of a sudden your points coming out of your wazoo, and that's the moment. That's the moment I'm like, yeah, this is a game for me. Forget the space generic theme. Outside of that, she's a very fun, combo-tastic resource management game, and yeah, I enjoyed it. My vibes are, I had fun. I can only just be honest with you. If I enjoy a game, I enjoy a game. In fact, I like a lot of my games, but that's not the point. Point is, I like this game. And there we go, Crafting the Cosmos from David Gordon and Tam. And look, if you wanted a solo mode in this game, how about subscribing to my channel, and I'll know that you'll give me a thumbs up for a solo mode. I think that'll work. Anyway, that's all I've got. I'm Hogs. This is Crafting the Cosmos. This is the Bangers Project. Till next time, laters.